Hello. Fair warning, we'll start in a couple of minutes officially. I don't think we're set up all the way. There we go. I think that's good. We should be live on Twitch right now. I think so, maybe. I'm using OBS instead of Streamlabs OBS since Streamlabs OBS is connected to my personal accounts. So if you have anything you want to say relating to the stream, you're going to have to do it in Discord since I don't currently have that open. But welcome to here. We got a Poicast. We'll let a couple more people come in before we start. But Poicast is going to stay on the current schedule. I know when I was working two jobs, I was originally planning on... Let's fix this real quick. I was originally planning on changing the Poicast schedule along with making my own time slot for raids, but we're going to keep the time slot for the Poicast, and I'm just going to throw myself back on the normal schedule. That way I'm also hosting events, raids, the usual bullshit that I haven't really done too much the past year. But yeah. Let me double check that everything's on. Twitch stream works. Thanks. Good to know. But yeah. So there's a bunch of different things to talk about Foundation related. But I'm not sure where I necessarily want to start, so I'll just talk about immediate changes. So when it comes to how the role-based vision works, we've gone ahead and reverted that change. When I initially implemented it, I said that if it didn't work within a month, then I would revert it. And to be fair, it works. It does what it's supposed to do, but at the same time, it strangles growth along with user activity. So it doesn't really work, to be fair. It works, but it doesn't work, if you get what I mean. It does its job, but it doesn't work for us. So role-based vision will be rolled back. It already has been, technically. All of the channels are visible again, whether or not you have the role for access. I'll go ahead and delete the roles that were added for that change as well. That way there's a little less clutter. But yeah, so role-based vision was reverted. You can see everything again, not having to click on stuff. It was giving our rating staff a lot of trouble. But for a lot of newer Poyos, they were having difficulties with it too. And some people thought the server had died, which is fair, I guess. But I don't know. When it comes to statistics, statistically speaking, the server didn't see a dip by any means. It saw considerably more activity. So from a numerical standpoint, it actually worked pretty well. But from an established, like, hey, this is how everything has been and how it works, it didn't really work out like that. So that's too bad that it didn't really work out, but hey, we tried it. It kind of worked. It didn't really work for us. So we're back to how we were. And that's okay. But the new role channel is going to stay there, obviously, just not any of the unnecessary roles that currently don't have or won't have a function. So yeah, that happened. What else? We could talk about the media situation, but that's going to be a little longer, so I might wait. Halloween's pretty soon. What day is today? Today's the 29th, so that means Halloween's what, in 2 days, I think? So 2 days until Halloween. That's kind of fucking spooky. What's everybody going to dress up as? What are the Hapus going for Halloween? You're going to go out and spook people in real life, or are you just going to spook people in game? I forget what my emotes are. My face keeps making very weird faces. I'm sad now. Now I'm smug. I forgot. I made all of the facial gestures. I should remember them. Had a 14-hour movie marathon. That's fucked. Whoever attended that, God bless. I saw that on the schedule, the movie marathons. And I was like, y'all are throwing movie watching events in VR, watching fucking horror movies. I'm over here like, fuck. I've been doing exactly that. The only difference is I've been watching it on my couch with my girlfriend. Data's gonna be running around as a Wendigo. Hell yeah. Coco's gonna do absolutely nothing by staying home. That is fair. That is what I normally. I no, that's not true. That's not what I normally do. Normally, I do go out for Halloween. But hell yeah, we're gonna go as Teletubbies. My girlfriend got inflatable Teletubbies, so I'm the red one. She's the purple one. Was fun. A lot of people attended. If you go to the events channel, sadly, not many US people as I expected, but that's fair. It'd be like that. I was looking at the schedule and I saw that there were movie marathons and I saw that it was pretty active, so I was curious, but that's cool. Data finished the last parts for your deer skull. That's cool. Thinking whether long skeletal fingers or a lower jaw are more important. Fair. That's true. I don't know. I feel like the fingers are a better call. For anyone who's curious about the Teletubby, it's currently in chat. Um, it's in Poicast chat. But yeah, we're going to be dressed up as Teletubbies. So we're going to go out for Halloween. Normally I do go out for Halloween. Like the past few years, I went out with my little cousin. He, went with family. Most of the time before that, just family. Because why not? Go get some candy. Go hang out with people. And if you can't, hey, go, I don't know, go ask for candy and a black cat. Like, go in VR and trick or treat. I don't know what you'll get, what kind of tricks or what kind of treats, but you don't have to do anything for it, of course. It'd be fun to do something, though. Halloween, it's always about having a good time and being a little spooky. So, but yeah, I don't know. Halloween's going to be fun. I know we're throwing an event, a couple of events for Halloween. We have a creation event going on right now for avatars relating to Halloween. I don't have it pulled up right now, but yeah, so we have a creation event going on, contest, if you will, in terms of creating Halloween themed avatars. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then we'll have actual event on the day, but anyway, Halloween, that'll be fucking fun. Now, let me take a sip of water before I go on my next rant. Because I am thirsty. And there is a dog chewing on my couch. Hey, buddy. Love you, but stop. So, next part. I guess we'll talk about media team because it's kind of in my mind. I'm going to take over the Foundation's media team. I guess it's technically the entirety of the community's media team, but anyway, so I'm going to take over that part of our project. And to start with, I'd like to just regularly get the Poicast uploaded and segmented into clips. So that'll be the first goal. After that, we'll have a couple more people brought in. Like, I don't dislike the idea of keeping some of the existing staff for the media team, but we definitely have to reorganize it. And we definitely have to, change priorities and focuses a little bit. Because in around 2 years of the media team actually functioning, very little has been done. So to start off with, we're going to start small, but the podcasts, as I've said in the past, are going to be uploaded regularly. Aside by that, I will also have clips uploaded from the podcast. That being, to start off, essentially just a weekly video and clips. And then as the media team can grow a little bit more, as we can bring in some newer or change some older members around, maybe we could even have a newspaper again. That'd be kind of fun. Maybe even a, I don't know, news show. But either way, nothing too grand for now. It had plenty of time to get going and to, get started. But it's at a point where I kind of need to step in and do something with it. So I know it's not a lot to begin with, but at least the Foundation's main YouTube channel will be posted to weekly. So there's that. I'd like to do the newspaper again, but I'm not too sure how I'd want to logistically handle that. Like, who would be in charge of what and so on. So, when it comes to other media, like, say, originally I wanted the media team to do like skits and funny videos, take up the best of the weeks again, which never really happened, and I guess that's fine. But I'd really like to see something like the best of the week start again. I'm not going to make promises, but I mean, if I'm going to be rating again, which I'm going to be, and if I'm going to be raid hosting again, which I'm going to be, there's no real reason for me not to try and make some more videos like that as well. But we'll just have to see. I don't know what's going to come out of it long term since I kind of just took over yesterday. But we'll rearrange everybody, figure out what roles fit for people, bring in some new people, and then we'll start working on some more advanced content that isn't just, a re-upload of the Poicast and then some clips from it. But yeah, best of the weeks, definitely the main thing that the media team was made to kind of keep working on and heralding. As media being media, like in terms of uploading new videos to the YouTube or so on. That was more so the original goal, but I tried getting myself on the rating bids multiple times, Crispy. Every time I open that document, it sends me to the normal, like the fucking Halloween one, not the normal one. Every time I was clicking on it, it kept sending me to the Halloween one. So I'm over here like, I'm already scheduled for Halloween. What the fuck? But yeah, I was trying to put myself on that's availability. Oh, did I fuck up on the schedule? Fair enough. But yeah, I need to do that because to be fair, I can do 2 of our 3 time slots. Same thing for events, but events are kind of hit or miss. It's fun doing game days and all that shit, but game days are really kind of a hit or miss type deal. They're fun, but there's only so much you can do over and over again. Don't make me come around. I'll look at it after my stream and after this stream, and I'll put myself on it properly because I was probably looking at the wrong one. But yeah. So from the media team, don't expect much to start. As I said, Poicast and some clips. And eventually I'd like to build it back up to best of the week, but that'll take a while. Am I hearing changing game day into Friday event day? Oh God. I don't know. I don't have a problem with game day by any mean. It's fun. But damn. How would you find people for the media team? I'm not too sure. That's a pretty good question, Candy. So whenever I brought people in traditionally for staff roles, normally it's because I thought their skills fit or that they fit the position pretty well. But that's a good question, and I'm not too sure how I want to handle it. But we'll get there. I'll probably end up just mentioning it in the Poicasts or otherwise off and on, seeing who's interested and seeing what they can do. But I'm definitely going to be leaning towards more of what they can do than what I'd have to teach or otherwise. But yeah. I don't know if you saw what I said. I got a customer. What? I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that statement means. I love you, baby, but that is very random. How's your play space now that everything's moved around? I haven't really moved around in the play space, so I don't know. Tracking seems okay. I haven't really tested it out, though, since this camera is static and I'm not moving around. It's alright, though. But yeah, game days, I don't know what we're going to do with that. I'm fine with them continuing onward, but we should definitely diversify a little bit. I know people always want to play X, Y, or Z in terms of the game or the event, but repetition's boring as shit after the 800th time. So just saying. But more events aren't necessarily a bad thing. But if you look at it from a statistical point of view as well, our events underperform pretty heavily in comparison to normal activities. So giving them more of the time may not necessarily be the play. Also, I'm planning to be more involved in Foundation as well, so I'll be joining events with you. Nice, baby. Looking forward to getting a Quest 2 plus Wi-Fi 6 and moving my play space from my bedroom to living room. Dude, that's so true. That's going to be nice. That'll be really nice. I mean, you can come in if you want. That's fine. I don't know what APD stuff I'll have to talk about, but you can if you want. So, the weird statement, I guess weird, I don't know. So this podcast should last around an hour, maybe an hour and a half. That's the goal. But after this, I'm also planning on doing a 2-hour live stream on my personal account on a different platform. So we'll probably keep this one to around an hour. That way I don't spend most of my day in VR. But we'll have plenty of other stuff to talk about still. So when it comes to the media stuff, we still got to figure more of it out, but you already have a good idea of where it's going. Now, let's see. I'd be interested either way. Most of my files on my PC are for art, thumbnails, or videos I make, lol. That's fair. I'll hit you up at some point a little later, because one of my biggest issues is thumbnails. I'm not good at that. Hi, Lang. Oh, there you are. The camera's inverted for me. Hello. Welcome to here. But yeah, outside of the media stuff, there's a few other things we could talk about. It looks like raids have been going pretty well, but the Squire tryouts were fucking... Didn't we close the sign up for Squire tryouts? It was that many fucking people. Yes. It's a lot of fucking people, man. I don't know how many it totals out to be, but a lot of you want to be Squires, which is kind of fucking wild. Sorry, lots of text. I'm sorry, I want to be Squire again. God damn it, Data. I briefly mentioned the Halloween stuff, but I didn't really talk about it in detail. So I talked about it, but I didn't really discuss it. And I just accidentally opened a window. Oh, God. There we go. So basically the Halloween creation event that we've got going on, I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but the winner of that contest, that avatar is going to be used for the entirety of the raids on the 31st of October, unless it's not quest compatible. But yeah, so basically you win that, and then we wear your model on Halloween. God bless. I can't think of a better way. They all are. Oh. What do you mean? I'm confused. All our quest compatible. Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
I was like, wait.
I'm fairly certain.
I think so too. But yeah, so that'll be pretty cool. I mean, shoot, there are a lot of really cool models in there. There are less than I thought there would have been, but to be fair, that's fine. 3 Poyos, 3 different avatars to vote on. That's cool. Tryout response is fantastic this time. We had to close it in order to keep it manageable. 16 tryout, jeez. There's a lot of people. That's kind of crazy to think about. I mean, at one point we had 70 or 60 people in the staff team, so that's fair. I guess that is fair. If you count Squires as staff, which to be fair, they are technically staff, just not higher staff. Anyway. You expect the tryouts to go across 8 raid slots? Jesus. It's gonna be a lot of fucking tryouts. Oh my god. Where's my water?
Data. Actually, that would be 32 runs, because all the tryouts get 2.
Oh, what did you say? Sorry.
I said actually it would be about 32 runs since all the tryouts get 2.
32 runs since everyone gets 2? Fuck! 32 tryout runs?
This
Ah!
format's being altered.
That's a lot, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. This is it's being made more manageable
Where's my
after
weed?
this.
I need weed after that. What the fuck? There it is. Listen, I'm glad I'm not currently running any of those. I love everyone who is, because fuck, that's a lot. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, it needs fixed a little bit. Slight tune-up to the Squire tryout format.
I'm sure the
Going to
Squire
take
format will
place
get
after this.
updated. It probably has to be. That's so many runs, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah,
So definitely gonna update the Squire tryout system, I think. That's
we already
awesome,
have a
but
really good
fuck.
idea in mind.
Fair. That's good. Jesus. That's insane, man. But yeah, lots of new squires apparently are on the chopping. Well, I guess I can't say chopping block because they're not being removed. They're being potentially added. So that's not the right terminology. But you know what I meant. Fuck you. But that's a lot of squires. That's pretty crazy, man.
On the
Even if like half
docket,
of
as they
them,
say.
that's fair. That's a good way to put it. But that's a lot of potential new staff. That's kind of spooky. But I guess it is about to be Halloween, so but that's awesome. I threw myself into Crispy's DMs so fast when I saw that announcement. I'm dead. Uh, 2 runs each is fine. It gives the tryout a chance to improve on whether feedback they get. Yeah, that's true. I get to try out again too. I don't even know what would happen if I took a Squire tryout. That'd be wild.
Sai, you could try out every raid if you wanted to.
Technically, yeah. But yeah, it looks like raids have been pretty normal. I already talked about events a little bit. Damn. But yeah, activities in general seem pretty normal. I haven't seen anything too crazy or bad. Um, I know we're going to be looking into the overlords in a general sense, but I'm not sure what we'll do with that yet. We aren't going to have an overlord for the media team anymore, so that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of thinking about it and looking at it. But we'll just have to see. I don't know what'll be done there yet. But until then, none of the other overlords should have to really worry or anything. Nothing's going to happen to them for now. I don't know if we'll remove overlord at any point in the future or if we'll change it, but eventually something will happen to the role. I just don't know what we'll do for sure. What else? I have a bunch of shit written down, but it's all written down for the next stream. So I don't really want to go off on it on here. But yeah, when it comes to the foundation in general, after I get on the raid schedule, I'll be a lot more active in terms of actual in-game, since I'm going to be on this platform a little bit more to a lot, and then Massive Loop a decent amount. So my hours in VR are about to go up by like 3 or 4x what it normally would. And I know I haven't been in VR or doing events that much over the past, like, say, year or so. But I'd like to be consistently on the schedule again and hosting raids again. I know mine are pretty damn jank, but I'll get back to normal after a few more runs. It's always fun, though. Just janky. Very janky. I don't know if we'll be doing tryouts as a quarterly event, all in a week. Tryouts will still happen, but we won't condense them all into 1 week anymore. Yeah, that's fair. We'll definitely figure that one out. Yes, darling, you do need to invest and buy your own full body tracking. You like my trackers a lot, but I can't reasonably have you stealing my VR because the setup takes me like 20 minutes, which just makes me not want to do it, which I kind of have to do it because it's my job now. So to be fair, I am going to be keeping the VR in the living room. Yeah, I still got to do setup then. But yeah, if I'm gonna be doing this as a job, I'm not gonna have my VR setup constantly moved every day. I'm not doing that. It already takes me like 20 minutes to get fully set up having to do it. So, but yeah, I don't mind moving the base stations around the house a little bit, but you know, we'll get you your own full body tracking. That way you don't have to steal mine. And sooner or later a new headset will come out, so. But on the note of that, this is a little not hop related, but I was doing some testing yesterday during the happy hour. By the way, I kept crashing. I don't know why still,
I
but
noticed that.
I was trying my damnedest to actually be there and participate, but anytime I opened my menu, I would freeze and lag, and then it would randomly black screen and lag. And from my investigation, it's a mixture of both the platform and OBS taking too much of my GPU and too much of my CPU, which doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, I have a 3080 for fuck's sake. I would think I could do both with a graphics card that costs more than literally the rest of the computer combined. You'd kind of be like, wait a minute, what the fuck? But I don't know. My CPU's not bad. I've got 8 cores, 16 threads. It can almost go to 5 gigahertz. So that shouldn't be a problem. Nothing else is running. But I attempted a few solutions. So we're going to see if any of those actually have an impact on the next stream. But also with that, I'm probably going to end up buying a capture card. That way I can do the live stream, like the actual streaming part on my laptop that I have somewhere over there. I'm not pointing at Lang. You're not a laptop. But the laptop has pretty damn good specs, and it should be able to act as a streaming computer while my main computer runs everything else. So that should resolve the CPU and GPU issues, considering the majority of it looks to be from encoding on Streamlabs OBS side. Which, by the way, I didn't know an encoder would take up that much GPU, but what the fuck? But when you combine that, the fucking Streamlabs OBS mixed with the actual VR running and then the game, my computer was like, dude, what the fuck? And noped out. Just fucking black screen. Nope, done. VR's done. And it really do be like that sometimes. You never know. But the hell kind of settings are you on? So the solution, there are two of them. One is change the motherboard, because the motherboard is probably the main cause of the issues. And then two is just, set up a stream computer to actually do the streaming and encoding. But just changing the MOBO and CPU is not as easy as it sounds. It would still be, at a minimum of like $300 or $400 if I swap to the ones that I currently have. The reason that I'm using Streamlabs OBS for the other one is because I can stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Otherwise, I'd just use normal OBS. But I have all of my elements set up on there. So, yeah. But yeah, I know it's not exactly lightweight, but I tried a couple solutions, so we'll see when I actually use it. But what I would really like to do is upgrade my motherboard and CPU. So as soon as I'm going to try the streaming PC option before I drop $1,200 on a new CPU, motherboard, and RAM. But I will eventually replace my motherboard and CPU. And by proxy, I'd have to get DDR5 RAM, but still, I don't want to spend $500. Not today. Fuck that. Don't want to do that. Because the next upgrade that I do due to my computer will be the motherboard, CPU, and RAM. And the next CPU that I'll end up getting is going to be the... What's the current one? The 7950X, I think, from AMD. I think that's the current best, at least for streaming and recording. Which I think alone is like $600 or $700. So I'm waiting. The best is the 7800. I looked at the 7800X 3D, but its clock speeds were fucking lower. Right now, I've got a 2700, which works pretty well. 8 cores, fucking 16 threads. I can't complain. But, you know, those little fucking, what's it called? Those little adapters for, I don't know what they're called, the little Elgato things. I could just get one of those. I already have a mixer on my desk. It may be Focusrite and only one cable, but still, I could probably do it. But yeah, we'll figure out upgrades and all that later. Eventually, I'll have to do something to replace the motherboard, whether it's just, you know, get the same one and just say fuck it and stick with the CPU, or upgrade to DD. What I really want to do is just upgrade to DDR5 compatible motherboard anyway, because 2400 fucking megahertz makes me sad when my laptop has like 3 times that speed. Like, what the fuck? That's bullshit. When did DDR5 RAM even come out? I don't remember, but it's here and it's bullshit fast and I want it. It is fucking bullshit how quick it is, dude. I don't understand. Like, I might have 64 gigs of RAM in my main computer, but that shit in my laptop is almost 3 times faster. I don't get it. It's fucking magic, and I love it. It's amazing. I know I can reach 4000 with DDR4. That doesn't mean that my RAM can reach 4000. Actually, my RAM should be at 3600, but it only likes to stay at 2400. Anything else in it crashes. I have no idea why. Probably the motherboard. What's wrong, baby? But yeah, eventually I'll have to do that. Eventually I'll have to replace the motherboard. So, but first thing, I'm just going to turn my laptop into a stream computer because it's literally on par with my computer outside of the graphics card, which makes me kind of sad, I'm not going to lie. How does a laptop compare? I don't get it. It's bullshit. I know I keep pointing at my shit and you can't see it, but like, technology is really advanced, kind of crazy in the past couple of years. It's like amplifiers. Mine goes up to 11. Everyone else's is 10. Mine is 1 more. So I want DDR6. That's true. So anyway, that's probably enough hardware talk. But yeah, sometime in the very near future, I'll probably replace my motherboard, because that's where a lot of my problems are coming from, is my motherboard. You want to talk about the APD stuff? I don't know what there is to talk about.
Well, actually, if we want to talk about, there's really not much. Like, the only thing really coming up the pike is that we're probably going to get a new NPC leader within the next like 2 days.
Hell yeah.
Which is going to be Gaster. I think there's few people breathing air in this in both communities that don't know who Gaster is. But if you know anything about him, you'll know that he's probably the best choice for an NPC leader out of anyone who could possibly exist in the world.
Is that an insult or is that a compliment?
He is a man of many faces, many voices, and is incredibly talented at acting. So much so that he often makes me feel really bad whenever he's getting whooped as Poimon.
There you go. Maybe you could hear it better.
I've felt genuinely sad on more than one occasion whenever Gaster starts like crying whenever he's getting beaten up as Poimon. Oh god, he's far too convincing. I think the most I might end up having him do is I might end up having him make a new character for like leading, because man, Poimon is not the best option in regard to being like an authoritative leader. They're kind of the butt of every gag ever. So I'm certain for someone who already has like 6 characters, one more won't necessarily be too large of an ask. But yeah, exactly, Riri. Poimon is just comic relief, pretty much all the time. So I think getting him to make something that's just a little bit more serious would probably be best if he's going to take on a more of like a leadery role. But yeah, if you want to talk about spending an outrageous amount of money, I'm going to upgrade my entire VR setup probably within the next 2 months or so.
Fuck.
Uh,
That'll
yes,
be.
yeah.
Fuck.
I'm currently running all of this stuff on the original like Quest 2. I got one of the like first ones when they dropped. Still using it to this day. It is noticeably breaking in like many aspects. I didn't think VR was going to be a serious or frequent part of my life at all. I got my headset as kind of just a thing because I thought my friends were having like a phase with it. And they all spend way too much money on stuff, so they all went out and got like, super high-end stuff. And I was like, you know what? You guys are gonna drop this in like freaking 2 weeks, dude. And so I went out and I got the Quest 2 simply so I could continue to interact with them during that time. Lo and behold, they have incredibly dusty hardware, and here I am with probably several thousand hours on this headset in here all the time doing like, and yeah, now I'm stepping up to doing like some pretty much borderline like pro shit.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna be spending a pretty considerable amount of money upgrading my setup. I think I'm because I want FBT, I want like high-end visuals, I want like all that stuff. So yeah, and I don't really have any of it at the moment, so it's going to be pretty penny, but it's all right. It's just something that is basically gonna have to happen,
Yeah.
Stuff doesn't appear out of nowhere. Agent says, so buy their stuff. Here's the damnedest thing about it. They want to keep it.
Fuck.
It's crazy. I haven't used it in years, but by all means, if there's one thing that my friends are very guilty of, they play a lot of games that involve an insane amount of grind, as well as microtransactions.
Fuck.
They live their lives guided by what I refer to as the sunk cost fallacy, as well as a very hefty dose of copium. But but it's all right. I think most gamers are kind of in that same boat these days.
True.
But yeah, that's gonna be where my money is funneling for the next few months.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's kind
VR.
of all going back into my setup, but it's because I'm really far behind as far as that goes at the moment. So
That's fair. Hell yeah.
As far as the APD is concerned, honestly, I've intentionally made it so that it is real quiet right now. We like for the longest time it was like I was working super hard on the handbook update, training update. I was working with Zoe, everything, and we got all that stuff rolled out. We did a whole week of training. We got like I think now we have like 40 some constables or some crazy stuff like that,
Jesus.
and like 20 some people who want to get the officer. So like yeah, and then like the week after that we like really like chilled out. We're like, okay, we've been pushing, grinding, we pushed it all out, cool, just vibe for like the next like week or so. I imagine that this next week will probably not be much more crazy. We're shifting our focus to giving a lot more love to like the NPCs and so on, and just still working on building up like the special services and so on. And now the priority for the more senior leaders is to build up our people who want to get to officer, so we can get more of a diverse schedule going on. But really, that's what's happening in the APD right now. There's nothing like world shattering. We're just chugging along, being consistent, doing our thing. Just taking the small gain every day and getting there on our own time.
Hell yeah. That's fucking dope. I'm glad that things are going good.
Yep. Me too.
But hell yeah, it
Oh
sounds like
man.
it's going real good. So that's fucking great.
Yeah, we're even trying to like, I mean, at least me personally, have been reaching across just a little bit, trying to give a little bit of help to the to our friends over in the White Clad. At least as far as like the concepts and stuff go. Um,
Yeah, that's fair. I
I
saw that.
often,
I saw
yeah,
they
I
were
often
asking.
forget that that people don't just like I'm able to like write a lot of concepts and stuff because I study writing, I study movies, narratives, books. I do a ton of proofreading, etc. I've played a lot of fantasy games. I write campaigns for like D&D and stuff like that. So like I often take for granted the fact that I can kind of look at elements and put them together into a concept that like works. I sometimes forget that people can't just like do that. Like not everybody is well versed in just like stirring all that stuff together into a pot. So I kind of walked into the White Cloud the other day and was like, "All right, guys, here's your elements. Here's how you can put them together. Do this, this, and that, and an event will look like this." And they were like, "Oh, oh, yeah, all right."
I'm
And that's kind of
dead.
how what happened. Because Titan was asking me for help for the longest time, and I was sitting there. I was like, I don't get it. What don't you guys understand? And then eventually, I was just like, you know what, I'm going in there, and I just came in. Like,
Yeah.
here's how it should be, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
That's about it.
true. Some people
Yeah,
be like that though. They just need the push. It really do be like that
yeah.
though.
I always figure everybody's, sitting down writing stuff all day like I do, but that is in fact not the case. That team has a lot of stuff going on in their lives. Their background is a lot more like technical, a lot more like mathematical. They don't, Titan especially. He's like a nuclear. He does like nuclear engineering. So he doesn't deal in a lot of like abstractions.
True.
So, sometimes you just need to, just kind of like spell it out just a little bit to kind of bridge that gap. If you're trying to figure out like the logistics, like I'm certain Titan would absolutely excel there. But in this current stage where they're in the muddy waters of trying to, get their actual like concepts together, they're kind of finding themselves among like some loose footing. So I kind of just stepped in and was like, all right, I all I do is like long-winded metaphors and like triple layer, like conceptual salad. So
Yeah.
there you go. You know, just call it a day.
I'm dead. That's fair as fuck though. Some people can and some can't. It's just it really do be like that. But they probably needed it because they've
Yeah,
been chilling for a while.
yeah.
Let's
I'm
see.
definitely looking forward to perhaps seeing them doing things. Um,
Hell
my
yeah.
eyes are in fact just about everywhere. If you're doing stuff, like in the White Clad, if you're, especially if it's in the creation channels, you can be pretty much certain I've seen it.
Oh god. Oh no. All of the illicit head pats. They're gonna be seen. Did you ask for permission
Yeah,
before you patted that head, sir?
we're keeping a record.
Uh, damn
Listen,
moths.
you
I
you know what,
agree.
Cypher? There are no moth spies. I don't control all the moths. All the moths do not work for me. I'm not personally, I am not out there sending them to collect intel on everything and everyone, okay? That is a dangerous conspiracy theory. That is misinformation propagated by server members.
Tell that to the moth on my fridge. You can't tell me you're not spying on me when there's another fucking moth in my house. How many moths am I gonna have to
Pure
find?
coincidence. Pure coincidence, I assure you.
I'm dead.
Oh, hey, Titan's here now.
Hi, Titan.
Hey, Titan, what's up? I'm just talking about how how I stepped into the White Cloud the other day and was like, "You guys need to just say that it's because Bell God said so." That's about it.
That's so true, though.
Yeah, like if anything, the RP is like easier really because for the Foundation, they have to sit there and they have to be quiet and they have to be convincing somehow without communicating verbally at all or really performing any kind of gestures whatsoever. We need to, they need to literally use their pure positioning only to make their interactions convincing. In the APD, we at least need to make it seem at least mildly plausible that it's something law enforcement would do. We need to make it sound legal, make it sound copy. For you guys, you can basically just walk up and say that your ding dong god thought that this person was a cool guy, and bring them back to your world.
Bing Bong said so, like, so I must do it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean, you literally have a supernatural force that communicates with you directly, that is unseen and unheard by anyone not within your order. You can exploit that as like a free money. that's an open check for anything you could possibly want to do.
Honestly,
especially if you as the writer are able to dictate what the will of that being may or may not be at any given moment.
That's true as fuck. Really is.
Very open door. Yeah. Let's check time real quick. We're doing all right. Blaze, do you have any closing statements that you want to give here? We're kind of on the 10-minute mark.
I'm looking at the time. I know. I'm looking at it too. Yeah. Why not? You got anything else? Or nah?
Not myself.
Fair. I put on a suit because I can. Fuck you. And now I've got a cigar, so double fuck you to the audience. I love you. But that's pretty fucking cool that the White Clads may or may not be doing stuff soon. So I'm excited to see some activity there. That'll be cool. Excuse me. I'm still a little sick, and smoking while having lungs filled with mucus is kind of like really stupid, but it really do be like that. But I'm glad to hear that White Clad's doing good and that things are fine over there, that you stepped in and gave a little direction, because that'll be good. I had something I wanted to say, but I forgot. Fuck. I had a line of thought going, and it was about to come out, but then it just fucking poofed. So anyway, let's be real here. Smoking in general is stupid. This is true. Okay, well, I guess I can't really... The more that I thought about that as I was about to go into my rant, I'm like, I'm literally smoking in real life and in VR. Anything that I say is just instantly devalued. So... fuck. But yeah, smoking is bad. Go vape instead. Don't vape either, actually. Vaping is bad. Don't do drugs. Just breathe air. Air kills you fast enough anyway. Everyone who's ever breathed oxygen has died. And that is a fact. I genuinely don't know how to end that statement. So yeah, vaping is bad. Smoking is bad. Drugs are bad. Don't do any of those. But also, don't look at me while I'm saying this. God bless whatever country you're from. We have a new Andrew Tate. Shut the fuck up.
The other day. I was telling my friends the other day, vaping, it's like having a hungry gremlin in your pocket that beats you in the lung and occasionally demands $20 to $30.
Yeah, it's so fucking true. I'm dead.
And also takes up your pocket.
It really fucking does. That's funny as fuck. Are you a little gremlin vape? Yep, it's low on juice. Time to go spend $20. It's literally the life of vape. I'm glad I bought a fucking big ass bottle for like 15 bucks because she normally I smoke 60% or 60, but I don't know if that's percentage. Normally vapes are like 2.5 to 5, but that makes her throw up and die. So I started smoking 35. That still kills my girlfriend. So now we're going down to 8% or 6.5. But the thing is, those bottles are fucking gigantic. The ones that you normally get for like higher milligram are small as fuck. And they last me like 2 weeks on average, maybe. That big one is like 2 or 3 months worth of fucking juice. No wonder people are getting lung cancer for cheap. That shit's fucking like, you know how much cigarettes would cost for a fucking 2 month supply? Holy shit. Vaping is too accessible and easy. Unless you're Australian. If you're Australian, then they really don't want you to do drugs in Australia. Like, holy fuck.
Oh yeah.
Australia's got some of the strictest laws, period, especially regarding pricing for cigarettes. Holy fuck! Anyway, so hear me out. Keep lowering the substance and then suddenly stop smoking slash vaping altogether. You're not my mom. No.
Nah, see, agent. Hold on. Basically, you need to keep lowering the actual content to the point where you're just inhaling straight water,
Dead ass just
and
starting.
then and then it'll be really cheap.
I'm dead. Oh, did my leg break? Oh, oh, eat, leg!
It'll just be. Oh, what happened?
I don't know. My leg is gone.
Oh God.
The camera can't see it, but it's like bent backwards, and whenever I move it, it's like off by a fucking mile.
Oh
I
my God.
can I can't. Which way is this? Like for
I mean,
me.
it looks okay on my end actually.
Oh wait, no.
Kind of.
Oh
Oh,
god,
wait, hold on. Oh no, wait. Hold
it's
on.
off
Yeah,
by a
that's the
lot.
problem. I didn't see it from the side. Okay.
I don't know what happened there. I think one of my base stations got moved. I think one of the dogs. Yeah, one of the dogs moved my base station. I wonder how I didn't hit a bound yet. Oh god, where am I? I jumped off the stage.
Oh no, we lost him.
I'm fucking dead. I forgot what I was gonna. I didn't know the Hapu Foundation was a drug cartel. One of our main things is Poicane. It's literally like 4 or 5 emotes. It's just bricks of Poicane. The foundation loves their candy, and as far as I'm concerned, sugar is a drug. Sure shit acts like a drug. You just want more sugar, more Dr. Pepper, more fucking cookies. Like, fuck. Sugar's a bitch. But yeah, the Hapu Foundation is not a drug cartel. Fine, then be an idiot and keep wasting your money. I mean, fair enough. You don't gotta be like that about it, but go fuck yourself too, agent. Anyway, I mean, Poicane is highly refined sugar and moth dust. Fair.
I've recently perfected the formula and started circulating the moth pill.
Oh no, the moth pill.
Now
Imagine your
everybody
mom
can
would be
moth
like
pilled
that.
me.
My mom smokes. I might not talk to my mom, but she smokes a lot of weed. Wait, drugs, Poicane, sugar? You'll be telling us Hapu Foundation has a cult next? I'm dead. Yeah, do people just forget that one of Hapu's favorite things is Poicane? Just quite literally just fucking like, for the longest time was just sugar or candy. Moth pill. Aha. I think this mic's on. So, I can't blame any other platform. I can blame my computer. This is what I was kind of hoping for, but I didn't expect it to happen while using while using normal OBS. Hi, buddy. I know I'm sitting down now. You want to get on my lap? Good boy. So I guess that's a good moment to technically end the Poicast. To be fair, in about 10 to 15 minutes, I'm gonna start my own stream on my own channel, over on Massive Loop. But thanks everybody for coming anyway. I know we were about to wrap up, so it really does work out in the end. As for what caused this crash, I didn't catch it in time to really say for sure, but I want to blame. I don't know what desktop window manager is, but that is eating up a lot of my fucking shit. That's fucked up. But I'll look at it more once I actually have a chance to test it, here in about half an hour. So thanks everybody for watching again, and I know it wasn't the longest podcast ever, but I mean, hey, I had fun. Hopefully you guys did too. And if you want to join me for my own stream, it'll be hosted on Massive Loop, but it'll be on my own YouTube and Twitch. But I'll do that in about 10 to 15 minutes. That way I can actually have a minute to breathe and sit down. Because I used to be in VR, like upwards of 20 hours a day. Sometimes I'd sleep in VR. So I'm not used to it anymore. VR is starting to give me a headache when I'm in it for more than like 2 hours. So I gotta acclimate myself to it again, since I haven't been using it too much. But again, thanks Lang for joining, and thanks everybody for watching. I'll edit the podcast and put it up on YouTube sometime after my stream, so expect that later tonight. But thanks again for watching, and I know I'll either pick you up or I'll have Matt pick you up, depending on time. But thanks everyone. I'm gonna go rest for a few minutes, then start another stream. Bye y'all. Thanks for watching.